Hey, Field. So I really want to do like a vampire movie, but
I'm kind of sick of the way they've been going on lately. It's always the same. Nothing's ever different. So let me throw out a couple of key changes to the lore, if you will, for you. Vampires are from space. They don't suck your blood. They suck out this like blue energy, like Ghostbusters type life out of you. And they're almost always naked. Just a lot of nudity, a ton of nudity. What do you think?
Sounds like you're talking about Lifeforce.
Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen, please notice that exits are conveniently located at the front and rear of this auditorium. When leaving the theater, we suggest that the exit at the front of the auditorium will allow you easier access to the parking areas. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mike Butler.
And I'm Mike Field.
And this is Forgotten Horror 7. The nightmare is real. It says insert evil laugh, but I'll just do my own. Each episode, we highlight a horror movie that, for a variety of reasons, was forgotten by audiences. It could be because they fell asleep in the theater and now Freddy is coming for them. Perhaps they listened to some audio tapes in the basement of an insane asylum. Maybe audiences were too busy coughing up blood from that crazy cabin fever.
we talk about what we like and don't like about the film, but we always recommend you suck the life force out of another human.
I mean, wait, revisit the film. That's it. You never know. You might find your own forgotten horror gem. If you haven't been shoved up your gigantic zombie mother's womb, we want to hear from you. We're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. We always let the right one in. So let's get spooky. Before we begin, I just want to say, the merch is here, guys. The merch is here. Forgotten Horror 7 merch in stores now.
Digital stores. What's going on?
Nothing much, As you know, I'm an astronaut.
Yep.
I've gone up into space with the European Space Agency. It's a joint collaboration mission between NASA and the ESA. And we're investigating Halley's Comet. Yep. And as I'm sure you're aware, there is a giant artichoke-shaped UFO hidden in Halley's Comet. I went to go investigate. I found some crazy bat people and 3 very beautiful naked people. And I decided, you know what? Screw it. Let's bring them back to our ship. I don't care about like contamination procedures or anything like that. And then one by one, my crew slowly succumbed to, death. I don't know how. The life force was just sucked out of them somehow. And except for me, because I ran. I burnt those bodies and I ran. Mm-hmm. Now I'm back on Earth. Mm-hmm. Turns out those 3 very pretty people are now going around sucking the life force out of everyone in London. Yep. And I got to work with a crack team of people, scientists and investigators, to try to find the #1 space vampire. Find a horny Captain Picard and try to stop them from destroying London and the world.
Nice. This is Lifeforce. That's right. We are doing the Tobe Hooper 1985 Lifeforce. I always like it when we go back in time, as you say, go back. This is 40 years old. Oh, 40-year anniversary this year, right?
Yeah.
No,
wait.
Yeah, 40
1985.
Years.
Yeah. I think it's 84. Yeah.
It was 40s in June. So yeah, it's awesome. So yeah, I always like going back and watching old horror, old sci-fi, old whatever, because it's just always interesting to revisit. So let's get into it. Lifeforce has a runtime of 101 minutes, rated R, production budget of $25 million, came out on June 21st, 1985. That was a Friday. Its opening weekend, it did $4 million. Its domestic total was 11.6. Its international total was $2,000, which was a re-release in Australia, I think. So its worldwide total is $11.6 million. Production company was TriStar Pictures, and it was distributed by Canon Film Distributors in the United Kingdom.
Remember them?
And TriStar Pictures in the United States. So I said it came out on the 21st. It went up against in a wide release Return to Oz and Cocoon. I think.
Oh, that is bad timing, Life Force.
The week after, the 28th of June, you had Pale Rider, which is the Clint Eastwood produced and directed film, the Western.
I know of Pale Rider, but I've never seen it. Is it good?
Yeah. They're all good. You also had St. Elmo's Fire, classic Brat Pack movie. I'm sorry, we're not supposed to call them Brat Pack.
Are we not supposed to call them the Brat Pack anymore?
They didn't.
There's a whole special about it.
They didn't like it back in the day. Now they do.
Oh, I don't care.
Andrew McCarthy likes it now. I don't know. Whatever, it's fine. The week before, the 14th, you had Secret Admirer, Daryl, which is like D-A. It's an acronym. Do you ever see Daryl? Where the key's the robot? when he's a kid.
I have like this image of the logo in my head all of a sudden, but
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen it. Maybe I've seen it.
It's actually pretty good. And then you had Pritzi's Honor, which is also a wide release that week. But I think those films are all good and all great, but that's probably not why we're going to talk about why it's forgotten or why this movie didn't do well in theaters, because I think the movie that came out on July 3rd is why it didn't do well, which was Back to the Future. So,
wow.
Yeah.
I was going to say Cocoon, but yeah.
No. Cocoon was good. Cocoon was big with the adults, obviously, but in 2 weeks from there, you have a movie that's going to destroy everything. All right. So this film, I said before, was directed by Tobe Hooper. He has done the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Poltergeist, and Eaten Alive.
What did he do?
He did do Poltergeist. I know we've had this discussion before. He did do it.
Because you read the book about it?
I read a book. And
That's right.
There's a book
not
and there's a full
documentary.
chapter in the book that dissects that whole thing. And I think I've talked about it on the show, but if not, I think this is Spielberg's like almost one of his first producing movies. Well, excuse me,
Right.
first movies he produced. I think he's an active producer at this point, so he's probably influencing shots to Tobe Hooper, but Tobe Hooper directed the film. He did Poltergeist. Written by Dan O'Bannon and Don Jacoby, who's Dan O'Bannon has done Alien, Blue Thunder, Total Recall, and Dark Star, which is the John Carpenter film. And Jacoby has done Arachnophobia, Vampires, and Evolution. It has two uncredited writers for the movie as well, Michael Armstrong and Olaf Pooley. Armstrong has done House of the Long Shadows, Mark of the Devil, and Horror House, and Pooley has done The Godsend, Crucible of Horror, and he was an actor on Doctor Who for a couple seasons, or not a couple
I did see
episodes.
that. Yeah.
Cinematographer was Alan Hume, who's done the TV show The Avengers, Return of the Jedi. I don't know if you heard that, Butler, Octopussy, and Supergirl. Composer was Henry Mancini, who's won 4 Oscars, 2 for Breakfast at Tiffany's for music and for original score, 1 for Day of Wine and Roses, and then 1 for Victor and Victoria. He's also he did the theme to the Pink Panther. So if you've heard the Pink Panther theme, that is Henry Mancini. Edited by John Grover, who's done For Your Eyes Only, a Butler fave, I'm sure, in the world of James Bond.
I do like that. I don't like Octopussy, which you said before.
doesn't
but I
like
do like
Octopussy?
For Your Eyes Only.
He's done Labyrinth. He also did The Living Daylights and License to Kill, an underrated Bond film.
All of Timothy Dalton's films are underrated.
Yes. Produced by Yoram Globus and Menahem Golan. Globus has done Cobra, Runaway Train, and Death Wish 2. Golan has done The Delta Force,
A movie we did.
Over the Top,
A movie we did.
and Superman 4, The Quest for Peace.
We'll never do.
Exactly. Steve Carell's back as Carlson. Where's he from? Because we talk about this in this episode.
This man is Dwayne Barry from the X-Files. This is the man who gave Scully up to the aliens, who sent her to the cigarette smoking man, who gave her their cancer and gave her her alien baby.
You can't touch Dwayne Barry anymore! Don't move! Ah! Don't move! I'm not going anywhere! Where is she? Where'd you leave her? They took her! Who? Them!
But that's not what I was talking about.
Oh,
He's
okay,
also in
that's not
Armed
the-
and Dangerous. Remember
A
when
movie we did a couple seasons
Remember
ago.
when we were talking about him in Armed and Dangerous? Like, why does he get an and credit? Who is this guy? We were like,
Yeah.
I feel bad now because he's obviously he's in a bunch of stuff. He's also an alligator to the mutation. So if you're a big alligator fan,
He's Dwayne Barry, and he'll always be Dwayne Barry.
Peter Firth as Kane from MI5. That's where I know him, the TV show on the BBC TV show. He's also been nominated for an Oscar for Equus, and he was in The Hunt for Red October. He's the guy that Connery kills in the beginning. Frank Finlay as Falada. He won an Oscar for Othello in 1965. Excuse me, he was nominated for an Oscar for Othello in 1965. He's also in The Pianist, and he's in the 1974 film The Four Musketeers. Matilda May as Space Girl. That's the only title she gets. That's the one, obviously the one's new throughout the movie. She's in The Cry of the Owl, The Jackal, and Isabel Eberhardt. Patrick Stewart as Dr. Armstrong.
That's Stu.
Obviously from Star Trek Next Generation. He's also in Logan and the X-Men series. Michael Gothard as Bukowski from For Your Eyes Only. Do you remember him in that? The bad guy? He's the one with the glasses.
He looked familiar. Yeah.
And The Devils. Nicholas Ball as Darabridge, who's in Mutant Chronicles in the 1975 film Overlord. Aubrey Morris as Sir Percy from A Clockwork Orange and The Wicker Man. And then John Hallam as Lamson from Flash Gordon and Dragon Slayer. I also have an uncredited narrator role for John Larroquette. Apparently, he's the narrator in the beginning, but it's unconfirmed, not uncredited, but unconfirmed. So who knows?
Okay.
And he's obviously from Night Court, for those who don't know. All right. I had never seen this film.
Oh, you hadn't?
No, I told you that last time. We had this conversation.
Oh, did we? Okay.
Maybe off screen. Maybe it was on camera. Yeah. No, I have not seen this film. So this is my first time watching. I knew of it. I've seen pieces. Let's say I've seen like bits and pieces. Like, what is that from? Lifeforce. Oh, okay. I've never seen it. I know you never saw it.
The only thing I know of is when they showed the desiccated zombie guy at the beginning.
Sure.
The first guy who runs at the wall. Like I had seen that image and
Okay.
certain things talking about special effects makeup.
Okay, cool.
all I knew.
All right. So it's kind of a fresh watch for us here for Forgotten Horror, which is always special for both of us, I think. I guess first thoughts.
Oh man, they really put the horror in horror.
Oh, God.
This movie is pretty batshit, but also it kind of sucks.
What
All
is
right,
that?
I'm done with my puns.
Oh my God.
This movie's not very good. This movie's like all over the place, but there's a lot I like in this movie that needs to be made into a better movie. But this movie is a mess of a film, which we can get into. It sounds like there's a lot of interference with this movie in terms of cutting and whatnot.
Well, we watched the European version,
but we did watch a
international
longer version, which I
yes.
guess is better than the 1 hour and 40
so
minute version.
the hour and 41 version is what came out in States, and what we watched was an hour and 56. It's still not the director's cut. The director's cut was 2 hours and 8 minutes. But I think a lot of the stuff that got cut was the stuff that was on the ship.
Yeah, they cut a lot of
On
space.
the what's the name of the ship?
Columbia.
No,
Oh, the model of the Columbia is what
no.
they use.
The Churchill.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
The church is what they call it.
That's what we watched. And I think also in Tobe Hooper's initial vision. So in the movie starts where the Churchill is going to Halley's Comet because they're going to they see something, they see that structure and they go there, and then it goes there. They get out of their ship as this comet is hurtling around the Earth or going towards the Earth. Because for those who don't know about Halley's Comet, it comes around every 75 years and it kind of does a little loop around and it goes back. So it's going to be coming, I believe, 2061 or 2051.
Can't wait.
75 years from 86. So I think, yeah. Anyways. So, whatchamacallit? They go there, they get out, they go into the Halley's Comet, they find the bodies, like, let's bring them back, and then cut. And then we're on Earth. They're back already. So we don't even see any of that. And then in our version, they flash back to what happens on the Churchill. I'm sorry. Columbia goes up there and gets them. And then they find out they burn everything. Then they come back home. I'm sorry. They find the bodies and then they cut. And then we find out what happens to Carlson. He starts telling the story about what happened to Churchill. And then he's like telling the other version of the story, what really happened. Because what's his face? Kane figures out there's other stuff going on.
Are you confused yet?
But Tobe Hooper's initial vision was to have the first 35 minutes of the film be the Churchill and all that stuff that happened. So, like you said, interference, but like knowing what you know now, would you think that would be better?
Yeah.
Okay.
This movie's not good. This movie needs to be. It's unclear. It's all over the place. This movie needs a clear direction, which it does not have. Which Patrick Stewart says Tobe Hooper was his favorite director he ever had. So sorry, Jonathan Frakes.
Number one.
What gives?
Well, I mean, this movie. What if I said this to you? What if I said that this film feels like it's saying something about how we communicate to each other and how we interact on a sexual level, on a level of intimacy, like that kind of thing?
I think it's kind of trying. I also think it's trying to tell you about feminism, and you should be afraid of the power of feminism. And
well, yeah,
there's a lot of themes.
The power of it. I should be afraid of it.
That's what this film tells you. You should be afraid of it. It's a powerful thing.
Well, but
it does. It's all over the place.
Tobe Hooper is quoted as saying that this film is about men dealing with the feminine mystique or the feminine terror, as well as dealing with the feminine inside of themselves.
I get that.
Okay.
It comes across in some scenes, but doesn't come across in others.
So, but what I'm asking,
I think that's a great theme.
But you're saying it's not strong enough, or it's not being delivered enough, or
it's
you
not
just don't like it.
It's not being delivered enough.
Okay.
But also sometimes I don't like it. I don't know. Is it bad? Is the feminine side bad? Like I don't know what they're. Yeah. So it's unclear.
You don't like Carlson going in for a kiss with Dr. Armstrong, Patrick Stewart. You don't like that.
No, that was fine.
Okay.
I was okay with that, but that's like one of the like 3 scenes where that stuff's kind of explored.
Right.
But it's almost like, oh, don't kiss it. Oh no, like I don't understand. Like, is it good? Is it bad? I don't know what they're trying to say. Like I know what they're trying to say, but I don't know what the point of what they're trying to say is. If that makes sense. I think what they're exploring is interesting, but they're exploring so many different things that are connected, but also don't give you a clear point of view. Am I supposed to be afraid of the feminine side? Am I supposed to embrace it?
Maybe not you, but maybe they're saying that many men, especially back then in the 80s, are afraid of that. There's
definitely a fear of it. Yeah, especially at the beginning.
Yeah.
There's a feminine force that I've never. Can I go home?
Definitely a disconnect and a not a misunderstanding of, like, obviously back in the 80s, people don't feel their feelings, that kind of stuff. I mean,
Sure.
that's obviously a little bit more now. And I think that's, there are macho men and stuff like that just refuse to admit of any kind of emotion like that. I think, but you're right. Maybe they're not hitting that point really well, or maybe that's just kind of like, it's too much in the background. It's not in the foreground. The other thing is, like, this movie has, this movie, basically the three vampires are nude the entire movie, especially the woman. And of course it's like severely frowned upon to do male frontal nudity back then.
You
So
can't
they
do the
block it,
males.
but
Yeah.
when she's walking around, no big deal, no problem. It's like the hypocrisy is
No
ridiculous.
big deal. It was
Well,
a bit of a deal.
They
but not
were
as
worried
much.
about getting past the censors in England, which was, they had trouble there. They had to kind of do some fake shadows and stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of like, and I mean, I don't even know if it came out. It's pretty tame to what you see now. So this film coming out now, I mean, because they're naked, but it's not. They're not performing sexual acts, and when they're kissing, it's stage kissing. It's not.
Yeah. It's not full on tongue
Right.
kissing and
It's
stuff.
not like the movies that there's some movies that I mean, I can't think of off the top of my head, but like that are really overtly sexual, which is
Eyes Wide
fine.
Shut.
Yeah, but even Eyes Wide Shut isn't as, like, I'm thinking like
No.
movies like Nymphomaniac and
Oh,
movies that are
yeah,
just
yeah.
like really like push that limit.
But those are also art house films that don't
Right.
really get super wide releases, though.
And I know that this movie is a big movie. It's like
was
Golan and
Cannon's
Globus is like
third biggest
third
movie.
highest film. I think third biggest film they've ever done, and the other two were Masters of
Superman
the
4
Universe and
Masters of the
Superman 4,
Universe.
which is amazing that Superman 4 is considered a big budget when they clearly cut the budget.
Oh my god, it's got no budget.
Yeah.
The flying, the space effects.
And I mean, when you have a
Sunman.
plastic character that's you could see is in the earth and they're like, it's going. You remember that part, right?
I hate that movie.
That
so
movie's
much.
not good. That movie is not good at all. I remember I told my son wants to watch the old 70s Supermans. I told you this. And I'm like, yeah, 1 and 2 are good. 3's all right. 4, don't bother. Just don't even bother. It's just such a pockmark on that series.
Yeah.
I mean, say what you want about what you feel about the Zack Snyder Man of Steel stuff, or
Nothing's as bad as Superman 4.
go watch Superman 4 Quest of Peace and you'll be like, I appreciate Batman versus Superman or whatever. Because it's
I'll
not
watch
good.
Lex Luthor pop Jolly
Yeah.
Ranchers into somebody's
Ding!
mouth all day.
Ding. Much better than what we got. And oh god, Quest for Peace is terrible. Let's go to performances. His theme is you're kind of not not
Are you
in
into
on
the
theme.
Were you into the theme?
I don't know, because I kind of dug the film for what it was and just kind of like the old kitschiness of it. And like I said, I like watching old sci-fi because I like watching what was going on back then and what they were thinking was like going to be, advanced and
right,
you know.
right.
So I think I'm watching this movie through a bit of nostalgia glasses, a bit just kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, but no, is it great? No, but I don't think it's terrible. I mean, I'm a big Peter Firth guy. I love Peter Firth in MI5. It's Harry. He's awesome, and he is in this film. And I think Hooper has the comment where he's really impressed about. He was so impressed about how all the English
They
actors
took him so seriously.
took the work so seriously. And I think that shows. I think it's easy for people to read this script and just be like, it's campy. Let's just be campy. And it could go off the rails and get really ridiculous. But the fact that they are like stone cold serious and like Kane, Peter Firth character Kane is like here to solve a crime and here to solve a mystery. And he's not taking any, what from anybody. And he's just like, the fact that it's that kind of acting that's going on, it makes it elevates the movie a little bit. And I can appreciate that. I mean, I didn't really have any problem with any kind of acting work or anything like that. Carlson is a little over the top. Steve Railsbeck, when he's just like, I know.
She needs me. I killed everyone on the ship.
But you can see the difference between how he is and how, Firth is and other people are in this film. Like they're just, you know what I mean?
Time to go now. I love when he dies. Say what it is.
But what did you think of that? The
Oh,
performances?
the performances were fine. They were good. I just didn't know what the fuck was going on. That's all.
You didn't know what was going on. Let me explain it to you. Space vampires.
Space vampires come and then they
Faladay or whatever his name is, Falada, whatever. I can't
I think
even
it's
pronounce his name.
Faladay,
Faladay.
even though it's spelt Falada.
Yeah. Falafel says that He says that those vampires of lore are from these space vampires. They've come to the Earth before.
But they take the life force, but then they can also shapeshift, but they can't really shapeshift, but they can kind of shapeshift.
Isn't the vampire in the old vampire lore they could shapeshift?
They turn into bats. They don't turn into other people.
Well, I don't know.
But like so they transfer into other people, then why stay the same? They can possess human beings.
They can put a piece of themselves.
No, but they also possess, like Patrick Stewart's character, they possess the woman, the masochist woman, which that scene is ridiculous.
He's not possessed. She's inside of him.
She was possessing.
Yeah. No, but she's living amongst him. Like there's two people. Like so, if
I get in him, there's a part in him,
and then that's why he's calling her out. Come out.
But I mean, like inside Emma or whatever, the lady who's the masochist.
Right.
She was straight up possessed by her. Oh, she's gone now. I felt it. I know where he is. I saw the physical form.
Yeah.
Like it's all over the place with that. It's just like, what is going on? And like the life force, all of a sudden, not at the beginning, but now the two male vampires are a conduit to feed the female vampires. So they suck all the life and then give it to her. But I watched her suck the life force out of people. I didn't need that before. And why are people now zombies? They're not the desiccated corpse we saw before.
Yeah,
they're now straight up zombie people.
Zombies that are exactly. And when he also says that, when Faraday says, they've been here before, they come back and they come. Okay, but like, does the world completely go to crap?
Yeah, is it an extinction
or they just
level
come
event?
to feed and leave?
Because this is crazy.
And they talk about how like they're in that spaceship. And those three survived because they started eating themselves. They all started feeding off of each other.
Right. And then sensed Railsback's character.
Right. And called to him. And that's why that's
why they took the form of the perfect woman in his mind, in his opinion.
Right. I mean, I laughed when the guys, the second vampire, the male vampires at the steps, and he's getting his energy back. He's getting all the life source back, and he stabs and it becomes the bat. And I'm just like, he's like, Rah! I'm like, all right. I think you're right. I think we get a sense of like what they were trying to go for, but then it gets derailed a little bit on, I don't know if there was changes to the script as they were doing it, or they were just kind of like, no, we're going to do it this way.
I know the author doesn't like this movie.
Yeah, of course. What author likes any of his? I mean, I guess Peter Benchley probably loved Jaws, but other than that, no author licks their movies.
Michael Crichton liked Jurassic Park.
He did. Well, he did. So in the book, they go to the asteroid belt and they find.
It's not Halley's Comet.
Yeah, it's not Halley's Comet. Hooper wanted Halley's Comet because it was coming the year after, and he wanted to kind of die, which I don't mind that change.
The author hated that change. I was like, who cares?
Yeah,
that doesn't change anything.
One thing that I, in my head towards the end of the movie, was that I kept thinking that this was like, I wondered if Huey Lewis and the News watched this movie when they did Power of Love. Because I'm thinking of the opening line, "The power of love. It's a curious thing. Makes one man weak, makes another man sing." Like all that stuff. Like it's just like I'm like, are they watching this film? Because that's what it was like. It was like it's the power of love.
I mean, yeah, I guess you're right.
I mean, I don't know. I can't have that hot take.
The power of love. Space vampires.
There's some inconsistencies. Like there's one inconsistency where he goes, he needs the drug. When suddenly Carlson's in charge for some reason, he gets in charge and he's like calling the shots. And
he's the only one that knows where she is,
right? And they drug Armstrong, but they drug him to keep him sedated.
They need him sedated in order to better hypnotize him.
Well, no, they need him sedated because she's trapped in there, so she's trapped. So
right.
So she can't escape, so she can't move. But he can't talk to her because the drug acts like a wall. It's like, but he needs to give her the drug. Like that was in that sequence. Like I give her the drug, she's trapped. I gotta talk to her. I can't. The drugs acts like a wall. But I need more drugs to keep her sedated. Well, then why are
3? Good God, man!
I know. So what is this? What are we doing? Like, so what's happening there? So like stuff like that was a little, just contradicted itself. So yeah, Butler just doesn't like this.
It's not a good movie. It's got some good stuff, but if you're looking for plot, this is not where you go for plot. I think that it's just, come on. Like the whole time he's hunting the lady, but he should know where she is because he knows where she is at the beginning. The psychic link they don't explain the psychic link. Why are we searching for this lady if you kind of already know where she is? I chose you, Carlson.
She chose him.
But she should just know where she is.
Did you see that she had to learn her lines phonetically?
I did because she's French.
Right.
She didn't know any English.
But as she was shooting the movie, and I guess they were in London for 6 months, she learned English while she was on the movie. But also, I think I read somewhere that I think Anna de Armas, who was in what was the movie with Jonah Hill and Miles Teller, where they're running guns.
Oh, the not Lord of War, but it's Lord of War.
That movie.
Yeah.
And I think she's in that, but I think I might be wrong, but I read that she didn't know how to speak English when she got so she had to do the same thing, learn it phonetically.
I think the same thing with Javier Bardem in No Country for Old Men.
Really?
I believe so.
No way.
Or the movie before.
That
No
wasn't
Country.
his first film.
Might have been maybe the movie before No Country, but yeah, because he spoke Spanish in his first movie here.
I didn't. Which one? Oh wow, I didn't know that.
I can't remember, but yeah.
We talked about it offset, and I don't know if this off screen. I don't know if this is true, but John Dykstra, the special effects guy who is world renowned, modeled the spaceship off of an artichoke, but I didn't see that. Where it looked like a long stem. It looked like a twig.
I mean, like an artichoke after you eat all like the leaf.
Oh, maybe.
The scales off of it.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Originally, it was supposed to be a penis, which would be a little on the nose. Would be very H.R. Geiger, which I think if you go back and redo the movie, you H.R. Geiger the hell out of this.
Make it a penis.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you have liked it if they casted Billy Idol as one of the vampires? Because that was going to happen.
Yeah. Camp it up.
So you want more camp. You don't want it to be as serious as it is. So Mike,
I mean, if
let's play studio exec again. Reboot this film.
Oh man, I would love to reboot this film. I think there's so much good stuff in it. I think you H.R. Geiger type designs. I think you make it more serious. I think we establish the lore a little bit better.
You want to make it more serious instead of camping? You don't want to camp it up for the reboot. You want to keep it serious.
I think you got to go serious now.
Okay.
I think you got to go serious. I think you make sex scary, which is classic horror movie. You have to go further than just kissing someone or get close. And I think you have to put some gay stuff in there to make to make people like uncomfortable with their feelings, their own feelings as you do that. I think you guys kissing guys, girls kissing guys, maybe they don't want to, but they're kind of into it and they're thinking about it because you got to explore. I think
if you're gonna do that, you got to go all the way. You're gonna have some
sex
male
scenes.
action.
Yeah. It's got to be actual, like the act of intercourse does it, and it has to be. These people are kind of reluctant, but kind of into it. And it's got to explore people's sexuality. If you want to explore your quote unquote feminine side or your man, like that's what the movie has to be. Which Species, I feel like, is the campy version of a remake of Space Vampires already, which is why I feel like you have to go serious. I like the bat creatures, but I think that's too on the nose with the vampires.
Do you think Species is camp the first one?
The first one is campy-ish.
Gotcha.
It's definitely like got its cool moments, but it's also got its soft core 90s porn moments. So like it's on the fence, but right. I think you go serious with this because I think you could really do something creepy and uncomfortable, especially for Americans. Maybe the British audiences wouldn't find it so uncomfortable, but as Americans, we're very uncomfortable with anything sexual.
I'm not.
Very cool with violence, but for some reason boobies make us afraid.
Not me.
So I think you go full
incorrect.
You show dong. You go full on with it. But I think you can really explore.
You show dong.
You can go really I really think that if you really explore the uncomfortable parts of sexuality or people's thoughts on it, I think you can make a good film out of this.
Let me just
and then interrupt it with actual horror.
I don't want to correct you. I'm just trying to say you're not saying the uncomfortableness of sexuality. You're saying people's uncomfortableness with sexuality.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
And I think people watching it on screen kind of be like, it makes people uncomfortable. I think that's part of the horror.
Much like the older couple that sat behind me when I went to go see Brokeback Mountain, and when the scene happened when when Heath Ledger and Jake Gyllenhaal have sex, and they start doing it, and the old guy behind me is like, "Oh, come on." Oh, me in the front going, yeah, because I love it. I love the uncomfortableness. I love the guy behind me getting all mad about it. So that was a good moment for me.
I think that's what you want in a horror film. That's like a body horror film, because I think that's what this needs to be.
So you need to watch. See, now speaking of that, then you need to go watch some of more Cronenberg, like the new Cronenberg movie we talked about that you haven't seen that I saw with
with the body modification one.
You need to watch some of that stuff, because Cronenberg, and actually I would say Cronenberg would probably be a really good director to reboot this film.
He would. I don't know if he'd be interested in doing it.
He probably wouldn't be, but if you want to talk about getting weird, he would get
Oh
away
yeah, yeah.
with
I've
it,
watched.
and he would do
I've
it well.
watched
Yeah,
some Cronenberg.
that's what I'm
We don't know
saying.
what we watch.
Yeah, but I'm saying he would
But,
be a
like-
really good person to take on that.
You look back at Crash, and that's like very uncomfortable, weird sexual situations.
Yeah.
And I think that's what this movie needs to be. This movie's trying to be too big budget mainstream, and this story is not.
But it is a big budget for them back then.
Oh, no, yeah. When I say trying, I mean like that was the expectation.
right.
Yeah. But I think the story doesn't demand that. The story demands body horror, kind of niche, word of mouth, kind of like a horror film.
So you're saying that this
And small budget.
This movie's too sci-fi, too actions oriented. I know it gets into the horror genre towards the end with the zombies, but it really doesn't.
But that's still more action because those fast zombies making explosions happen
Some are fast,
everywhere.
some aren't fast, some are just walk. If you watch the extras, I saw this one part where one was going like in the back, and we go, I don't think that guy knows what he's doing.
It's wonky. It gets really wonky. So yeah, I think that you have to do more horror. I don't think you go the full on invasion with it, but I think you could do space at the beginning. Like I say, this beginning part should be more like H.R. Geiger. I think you do the full thing like Tobe Hooper wanted to do.
What about
That's
just
how I
keeping
would
it in
do.
space? What about like just having it into the future, but instead of going to Earth, they go to a space station or something like that? Like kind of like not as big as like in Star Trek when they have those big where like there's like millions of people living on it, but like a
Right.
space station where it's kind of like in Star Trek, not 4. What's the Star Trek 2? Khan, that kind of station or that kind of research center, that kind of thing. What if
okay.
it's like that? Because it's a little bit more of a
Yeah.
contained environment.
As long as you don't go too alien with it. Like by alien, I mean like the
No, I got
movie
you.
Alien.
I got you.
Yeah.
No, I mean I don't think so. I think if you're dealing if you're focused more on the space vampires and the sexuality and that angle, and also that not that they're sucking blood, but they're draining energy. Do you know what I mean? Like
Right.
that angle. I think you can do like kind of like an esoteric, weird, kind of movie that's just far out there. But like it's just I think I like it more self-contained. I get why you send them to Earth and London's in flames. I just wasn't like. It didn't feel like that kind of movie. It didn't feel like that type of film. It felt like it should have been like a contained environment.
No, because it's like a small like an investigation.
Right.
And
right.
then it just all of a sudden flashes right after they're done with Patrick Stewart's character. It's like, oh, all of a sudden London is in.
And you can make it more advanced where like, the Kane character comes to the station from someplace. I'm here to investigate, but you can make it like almost like the Expanse kind of thing.
Right.
That's probably what I'm
yeah,
thinking
yeah.
of. Like something like that. Or like especially
When the prime minister asks his secretary to come with them and they're just like,
it's so that's
Come
such
here.
a weird.
No,
I just
come
need
here.
you just for a second, just come over here. I'm like, you don't clearly see that he's messed up.
it's like a Simpsons Treehouse of Horror bit.
Yeah. Absolutely. I get you. I don't have a lot of reviews. I just have some quotes, just 2 actually. Janet Maslin from the New York Times, quote, "Its style is shrill and fragmented enough to turn Lifeforce into hysterical vampire porn."
Wait, she likes this movie? She hates everything.
I don't know. I think maybe she likes the badness of it. Maybe
I mean,
what she's
okay,
saying.
I
I mean,
guess.
that's just one quote from a big.
It's also
review.
not that porny. It's just that there's
There's
a
nudity.
naked lady
in
in
the
it, yeah.
in 1985. For some people, it's porny.
they shaved her bush too far down.
Whoa, whoa.
Did you see that? They shaved her too
Well,
much.
there was Tobe Hooper wanted her pubic area completely waxed, and they were like, Tobe, you can't do that because the girl is 19 in the movie Matilda May, and
she turned 19 while they were filming.
right, and they're like, you can't do that. It's no. So then he's like, okay, no. Then he was like, they tried to have trim it a little bit, and he had to every day or every time before they shot, he inspected her area to make sure. I'm like, how is that?
They were like sprinkling on new hair.
I'm sorry, but that's like
Shave
weirdly,
it off. Oh no, we saw her vulva.
that's a
Put more hair
weird
on.
thing to do. Like I would, hey, listen, I gotta check. I'd be like, I understand why you. I don't even understand why you would want to do any of that. I don't understand why you would want to that's your note. Like you're that like that's gonna make or break the movie depending upon her pubic region. Like that's like okay, but they inspect it every day.
Well,
please,
This adds to the creepiness of all the notes are just like
weird.
Oh, I like the Matilda May stuff. I had to apply her makeup. It was my favorite part. Tobe Hooper. What's your favorite part of making the movie?
Yeah.
Matilda May.
There's a lot of
You're all
stuff
really
like
creepy.
that. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure maybe they were really respectful, and maybe we're being a little bit too ooh.
She seemed to enjoy her time on set. From what
Well, that's
the
what I'm
notes
saying.
usually-
Maybe
but yeah.
we're just being maybe it
But
was
I
a
think
safe
after the
environment.
fact, now they're like,
Well, I just think it's weird to that's it's just weird to that's something that you focus on. is whether or not what it looks like down there. Like that's a weird freaking thing.
I mean, the only thing I could think of is to be that concerned about what the censors are going to think, so that you're really concerned about making sure it's not.
I guess
it's still attractive, but enough that you're covering.
I
everything.
guess I don't know. It's just a weird. I would know.
I love her note though when she went to audition because she didn't speak English. They asked her to disrobe and she stopped audition and called her agent and was like, did you put me in porn? And they had to explain to her that it was an actual movie.
And then they went through thousands of women.
Oh, none of the women in England wanted to do it.
Nobody wanted to do the frontal nudity and all that because it's not just the fact that they have to disrobe. They're pretty much naked throughout the movie and walking just like regular. So I understand that that they had to go outside of England and that's why they found her in France. So yeah, I mean I don't even think you'd get an actress to do that now.
You'd be very hard pressed to get that.
I can see them doing it. I can see them being nude like in the beginning, but they would quickly put clothes on them. Do you know what I mean? Like once they got there, like
you maybe because they don't have to act so much. You could maybe try to find yourself a porn actress who is trying to break into the mainstream who might be a little more okay with it.
I guess I don't know,
but that's who you'd have to.
Really but like this move, yeah, I guess I don't know. It's just it would be a weird reboot. I don't know if it would be able to be done, but yeah.
They'd be clothed more often, and it would just be simulated sex would be the creepy thing.
It'd be like Michael Wilmington from the Los Angeles Times wrote that the film is such a peculiar movie that it's difficult to get a handle on, which I think is what we're struggling with here right now.
It's got a lot of really good stuff, but it's done trying to be like a campy, huge blockbuster, and it's at odds with itself.
Yeah, I mean,
because there's a lot that's really good in this film. There's a lot of stuff they explore that's kind of like, all right, that's my opinions about the entire movie. I will say the blood effect is really cool when she turns into Blood Lady.
Oh yeah, that was weird. Like, so she was coming out of both Sir Percy and Patrick Stewart's character, Dr. Armstrong, right?
Yeah, because she was in a little bit of both of them.
Yeah, and then she disappears
because then she goes back down and scatters her life force to wherever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it was a cool effect though.
Yeah.
At first I was like, "What's going on here?" And then when she appeared, I was like, "Oh, she's got like prosthetics. She's not fully there." I just it's kind of neat.
I love the helicopter.
He turns around, letting the whole thing crash.
Like, would you fly the plane, please? Would you fly a helicopter?
Turn around. Oh yeah, I'm flying.
So I guess my question would be, would you recommend this movie to people?
Sure.
Who?
It's got to be somebody who's never, like people like me and you who like 80s nostalgia stuff and who have never seen it, because I bet there's a bunch of people. It show them the effects are kind of cool. I love the look of the desiccated people when they're moving around and stuff. Like that's cool puppet work. That's really neat. Like you said, the British acting's cool, and the concept is like there's something there that's neat. It's just not really well executed. But I think more on the nostalgia factor. I think people that really love 80s cheesy horror things could really get a kick out of this movie. It doesn't. It's a little long. But I wouldn't want to watch the shorter version because it'd be even more confusing. Mm-hmm. But I think it's definitely worth a watch. I think that the 1080 Blu-ray version we got is like super cleaned up. I thought it looked really good.
Yeah, it did.
So yeah, I would recommend it. But that's a really niche crowd. You have to like really cheesy 80s horror stuff to appreciate it.
I guess. I mean, I think it's a forgotten film, but it shouldn't stay forgotten. I think people should go back to it. It's Tobe Hooper. I mean, there's enough people in it. I mean, you should watch, if you like Texas Chainsaw Massacre and you like Tobe Hooper, you like Poltergeist, you should watch some of his other films and see what else he was trying to do in movies, regardless of, you know, if how well it was effective or not. Yeah, I think I would recommend it to people that like sci-fi and like horror. I don't think I don't have the qualifier like you have that like it'd have to be people that are into 80s. I'm always somebody when somebody tells me, oh, I love this film. And I'm like, well, you should watch these movies that came before it because odds are they influenced that film. Sure. So, you know what I mean? So I would always tell people, I always want people to revisit the older stuff. You know, even I haven't watched enough. I always feel like I missed out on some films that I should need to go back and watch, you know? So, but yeah. So then why it's forgotten why? Because of Back to the Future?
Back to the Future and Cocoon. I mean, they're both sci-fi films that
is this a summer movie?
No,
probably not.
I think they wanted it to be. They put that budget in and you got unnecessary scenes. And I think this would have done way better with a slightly less budget. So you don't have to worry about losing that much money. And you put it out in October, September. Do you think the 80s are a different time?
And there's not a lot of stars in this film, though. I mean, yes, we know Peter
in
Frick
England
now,
there are.
and yeah, true. But Patrick Stewart, not Patrick Stewart as he is now.
No, he's 3 years away from being Jean-Luc Picard.
What, the
When this is-
88?
This came out in 85.
I
right?
thought it was early 90s that they did Star Trek Next
So,
Generation.
Next Gen started in 87 or 88.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was 90s. Okay.
Ended in 94.
Okay.
7 seasons. So
Okay.
yeah, 88.
Okay.
No, 87.
Man, I don't know.
87.
I don't know. When was Generations, the movie Generations?
Generations was 96, I want to say.
Okay.
Oh no, Generations 95.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right after it ended.
Right after it ended.
I thought you were still on Why It's Forgot.
Oh yeah, but those movies killed it. Like you said, the stars aren't there. There's no Patrick Stewart.
Aw.
Yet as we know him today, there's no Sir Patrick Stewart.
The line runs here.
This far and no farther. I can't invade this space and this space.
All
And he
right.
calls Worf a coward to his face. God, that movie's so good.
First Contact?
Yeah.
First Contact is a really good film. Is First Contact the best Star Trek film?
I'm really partial to Voyage Home. Very partial to Voyage Home.
Yeah, but that can't be. You like camp? You like the camp of Star Trek Voyage Home?
It's
better than
still
Khan?
shocking.
Better than 2?
Oh, I love the whale movie. Growing up, I've got
Better
that's
than
nostalgia.
2? Interesting.
2 is a better movie, but I like 4 better because I
Okay,
just
so
grew up
you're
loving
going
4.
by what your favorite is.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's
If I
fair.
go favorite, it's 4, 2.
I liked
First
watching
Contact.
First Contact in North Haven where they messed up the print and they
reversed it,
they
right?
put the 6th thrill ahead of the 5th thrill and you really didn't tell the first time, which was like it felt like a good transition, and then we go back and like, what is this stuff? And I was like, you sons of bitches. You messed up the reel. And that's not the first time they did it. They also did Independence Day wrong. They put it upside down. There's a reel. I watched it Independence Day in Showcase North Haven. And they when it was back, and they put it together because this is when they do film reels. And they did one of the reels upside down. Oh God. It was so annoying. All right. Where were we?
Why It's Forgotten. But yeah, I think that the sci-fi films not having names, I think that putting it in the summertime is a bad idea, and they just murdered this film.
Gotcha. All right, well, that's Lifeforce. Mike, where can they find us?
You can find us at ForgottenCinemaPodcast.com or wherever you get your podcasts. You're watching, listening to us right now. Go ahead and like, rate, subscribe. What's your favorite space vampire movie? Are there other ones to watch? What's your favorite Tobe Cooper film? Would probably be the better question because he's done a bunch of different.
Poltergeist.
It's Poltergeist.
I mean, I know Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a favorite of everyone's, but I really like.
I think I've already
Poltergeist.
said just last week that I don't like Texas Chainsaw Massacre that much. So
I know you don't. We know you.
Poltergeist.
Don't. He also did Texas Chainsaw Massacre too, which is actually was part of the 3-picture deal that included this film for Golden Globus and TriStar. It was the third one. The second one was Invaders from Mars.
which I've never seen.
It's okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Merch.
What's your favorite? Merch.
Store, go to the
Go
website.
get the merch. The merch.
No one can hear you when you push your mic away.
When I scream merch like that, they can hear me. Go get the merch. Join our Patreon for exclusive episodes, stickers, Discord access, all that good stuff, and support the show. All the links for everything is down below. We've got our lead up series. We got our now showings in October. We are doing Tron. We are going to lead up to the Running Man pretty soon. The Knives Out series. We got so much going on.
Bakersfield. That's
We got
87.
content galore.
We got too much content. Join us next week as Forgotten Horror 7 moves on. I forgot the name of it. We're gonna be going to New Zealand. We're doing Dead Alive or Brain Dead, depending on what you watch. I don't even know which version we're watching. The version we're watching, Mike, is called Brain Dead,
I saw that. Yep.
but it is called Dead Alive as well. I think in the States. I don't know how long. I don't know what we're watching. So we'll have to
I
just
think
figure that
even
out.
when you watch it and it says Dead Alive in the States, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it still says Brain Dead when you watch the film.
All right. So that's what we're watching next week. Little Peter Jackson next week for our next Forgotten Horror film. Until then, everyone, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'm Mike Field.
I'm Mike Butler.
And this has been Forgotten Cinema.
Keep it spooky, y'all.
There it is.
And there it stays.